Good night, everybody. Oh, scared my puppy. He's going, what you doing? So everybody knows I don't crochet when I feel yucky because I don't believe in crocheting my anger within or cook or do anything like that. So, um, I think I met a lot of people with different IDs and very new IDs, and starting to wonder were they cops coming in to see because I kept saying, I don't trust you people. But I started to think maybe police were saying Kimmy is really close and right, the fire, right? So everybody that I did have the privilege to call and talk to, hey, I'm sorry. Maybe sometime I do come off like a nutcase because I keep telling you guys, just listen. Right, Mr. Ballin? You've known ever since you were little you saw ghosts, right, Mr. Ballin? Imagine if our Canadian government put $1 million into me for me to be a grizzly bear in our Navy. But I'm not a killer. Everywhere I've gone through life, it's like I've sat down and or tried to watch movies and went, I know the ending, or I could make a better ending, like, right, Rambo Last Blood. I would have took his heart and shoved it in his throat. But like I said, from the first time I talked to Steve on the phone, and I scared him then, I think, because I said I was blood, murder, mayhem, mama. But I also tried to tell you as well. I had football players 3 times the size of me around my house. And Darian Brown was no killer, or ever was. And I said it in SB News Nuggets, and you'll be able to track it. I said, Darian Brown, if one young lady doesn't say it in here, he's a sexy looking man. Because I think I was on live and I didn't realize she was a really church lady, religious. But she listened to me on the phone when I said, thank you for inviting me at your kitchen table because we're talking. Right, SP? And she told me, nobody gets in my house without me not being there. So just like SP, and I said to her, I said, yeah, and I bet you very few women get to cook with you in your kitchen. So Mrs. Shipley out there, talk to Dawn and say, yep, she was able to talk to an African American woman who understood what the touch meant. Okay, chasing truth. You ever better find out what the touch means. And again, for all you seals out there, the worst kind of torture is mental torture, right? And every time I watch Many Geese's lies, I'm going to go in there now and I'm not going to say a word. But I'm going to see if somebody puts a drum or a wolf, right? We'll see if people are actually listening and Stop giving money to the devil, because that's what he is. I have one person listening in here. Hopefully you're Crenshaw learning about me, okay? Don't be scared of me. Please don't be scared of me. I tried to say from the start where the boys went. How long ago? Right? Right, Lizzie? Right, all you girlfriends that emailed me long ago and pop in and out. But all the emails I sent to people, I have them. And remember, I didn't have thousands of emails to go through like you guys do, so I have the evidence, right? Right, Dougie? When I called you a coward, right? AB, when I sent you an email saying I could make something for Shadow to wear in the desert, which would cool him down so he could track longer. I told you I could make a harness that he could wear and cool him down in the desert, but right way back then I wasn't important. I wasn't important because sometimes I was the only person in Rajon's stream, right? As he picked up pineapple for his son. A man who has how many kids, right? I played with my kids, I watched with my kids. At the time where there wasn't toys to sit them in front of, right? So, wake up my children, wake up my children. Anybody who thinks it's funny to put a bat in a stream making fun of me, you've never had a bat land on your finger and hug you, have you? So thank you for the like, whoever you are. Because you're probably a dreamer like me, like Hector's mother. Mrs. Cameron, if you're out there, you sent your husband off to work one day and he never came back. And every time I say his name, ma'am, I feel a little bit of his pain. Because I think they also put a fucking nails through his hands because I have scars. One here, when I started talking about Kiki. And one here, see? So whoever got to see Kiki's body knows, right? And the man that did all this to Kiki Camarena. Fucking eat a gun soon, please. I want to hear a bang. Because remember, that's all you're worth is a fucking bullet. Because what you did to a good cop will, as they say, right, Steve? Darkness comes to light. Because I told SP any kind of censorship on her page to delete a comment when the one black man, Dr. Martin Luther King, marched in a time where a lot of the men that marched with him died. And I still want to know what the hell's underneath that Capitol, right? Because I said from the start of his presidency, I hope somebody holds on to that football and is at the opposite end of the White House. Because that fucking guy's gonna blow up our planet, right? going on. Let's do another 12 more minutes, okay? Because again, those of us who live through madness and we clear out the boxes underneath our bed like Dr. Death, animals come to those that love people, right? And animals know those of us with true heart. That's why I don't have very many human friends, because human people have to come to me with true heart. So whatever ID you came in under, blessings from Canada. And I kind of think a couple of you people were cops. Thank you for listening to me. And thank you for putting part of the group that killed the West Boys. But there's a whole fucking lot more that gotta go down, right? Because remember when Maddie turned around and said, "This don't fucking feel right." Right, Maddie? Remember, I drove with you. An apple, right? Because I told you I had bunny rabbits run across my feet, right? And you told me what's kind of really good stew. And I said, everybody around here knows that bunny rabbits run free. And if I hear of anybody eating any kind of bunny rabbit stew in my area, from, let's just say, a mile each way, and Kimmy Monster finds out that one of her bunny rabbits that doesn't come back in the spring, because there's gonna come back, because there was 8 that I counted. So remember, bunny rabbits are bunny rabbits. So if you're out there, Maddie, again, you're not having any bunny rabbit stew. And you're never going to eat it again, because you know I love bunny rabbits. Because I love going for rides with you guys. You guys giggled. And I still, when you muted Apple when she would call in her food order, I know that little chickie can eat. Because I seen this girl eat, and she was just a little bitty person. So I would love to see Apple eat. So on that note, good night from Snowball Nation. We're the creators that I did mention, and I still tell you I love you. A couple of you I unsubbed, so do you see me? Do you miss me? And a few I resubbed and said, please help me. Admit what happened on your channel was bullying. And why are you going into Benny Keys' and ooh, the truth is going to come out. Because the 8 has 8,000 viewers or whatever, how many he has. Right? And I only have 94 now. I had 93 at the start of the day. So, like Penelope said, we're trying to get me subs. So, maybe I'll start believing in all you guys. All you heavy duty creators. That all I wanted to do was get a computer after watching you on TV in my bedroom where it's safe. Because wherever I go, like I said, I feel things. Remember when I was a baker, I had police officers verify that I was, as they ran back in the kitchen, remember to check because I had flower handprints on the back of my ass as I scared the shit out of a young boy I was training. He was my coffee girl. I'm sure he went home that day and went, Mommy, the baker scared the fuck out of me. And I don't know if I want to go back there either. Because it was built on a graveyard. And all the cops out there that are probably listening to this going, yep, 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 yep. There's a muffler place where all the ghosts are getting their oil changed. So as I giggle at the end of this video, the store was moved and it's now a pizza shop. Hey, for teasies. For teasies. Right? Or for tellies or something like that. I'll have to find out your name and I'll give you a free advertisement. Because remember, when I get to go into restaurants, I talk to the owners and say, hey, this used to be something. Can I come and see how you changed it around? And my hubby sits there going, she's doing it again. But guess what? All the cooks, I get to go in and say, give me a hug. Because, hey, you're making my food. So if you don't hug the cook, remember, there's no love in anything, right? Right, Stevie? Remember, the pastry on your mama's pie has to burn her pinky cake. Maybe I'll get brave enough to go watch your videos. But I can't because I cry. Sorry, everybody. Good night from Canada. Oh, you guys I love dearly. Because remember, I couldn't pay you to like me. So I went to music, Reagan Bone Man. That put me together. And one day I pray I meet, or I told my husband my dream would be to see that band. But would they ever come to Canada? Would you guys ever come to Canada? Because I have no way or no money ever to go and fly to wherever you are. Because remember, long time ago when you first started singing your music, just like Tracy Chapman, it's time for a revolution, right? All those singers, it's time for a revolution, right? Tracy Chapman. And if I don't get thumbs up for Tracy Chapman and like Fast Car, all her songs, people, listen to the people that I name that sing songs. Because just remember, the word of mouth was written and then it became a song, right? One day my words will become songs, right? Because little by little, people threw snowballs in the United Nations website. From Kimmy Monster in Canada, signing out, going on to 20 minutes. Where snowballs will save our planet, just like all the comedians that are female that never get put into the light, right? Right? Because you don't want to promote female comedians, right? Either. Just like truth tellers, right? Or somebody who called you how long ago to say, as you told me, call me back in 2.5 hours. It's on your page. Goodbye, love and light from Canada, where I've always been a seer. The first part of my name is Ishtar. The middle was the one I came in as Kimmy Craig. And the As You Are is the music of Rag and Bone Man. Go watch the video because I have a family that are just like everybody in that video. All different shapes and sizes and colors, creeds, nationalities, religions. Because I'm Kimmy Craig from Canada. And I have a star named Kimmy Monster. For the rest of our world, it'll be up there. Named, and people want to say, who the hell would name a star Kimmy Monster? So this is my story of how I got my star and how people believed in me, right? I got to play with the Esposito hockey with the Esposito brothers at the age of 14. I got gold and silver medals. I went through a transition of being on medication that only stopped me from seeing my visions until now. Once I brought the ruins out, everybody's seen. Griff got home. Money's coming to them. And more money will come to Griff. Because that man's a bear, right, Griffy? You saved a dog. Benny Keys killed a dog. So I'll leave it on 23. 23.